Good afternoon. Lord Nolan, who heads the Commission on Standards in Public Life, has welcomed the government's moves to imprison corrupt MPs. Tomorrow it'll be announced that members caught taking bribes could be jailed for 7 years. The new law could also cover judges and local councillors. In a separate move, Tony Blair has said he'll hold monthly question and answer sessions with the public, as well as the new longer question time in Parliament. It now looks certain Fianna Fáil's Bertie Ahern will form Ireland's next government. He's already pledged to tackle peace in Northern Ireland as a top priority. But the final results are not in, and his government will have to depend on a coalition of smaller parties and independent members of the Dáil. In Northern Ireland, loyalists attacked police with petrol bombs and stones last night after a band parade through Ballymena. 30 officers were injured in the trouble, which began when they tried to stop a loyalist mob from damaging a Catholic church. Israel and Palestinian negotiators are meeting in Egypt in an attempt to break months of deadlock in the peace process. At issue is the building of Jewish settlements in Arab East Jerusalem. Israel had earlier refused to take part because of claims by Palestinians that it had agreed to halt the construction. One of the Bridgewater Four, Michael Hickey, who was freed in February, is back in police custody charged with theft and carrying an offensive weapon. He was arrested in Birmingham yesterday. The Court of Appeal is still deciding whether to quash the conviction of Michael Hickey and 3 others for the murder of newspaper boy Carl Bridgewater. Army engineers have succeeded in retrieving the last of 4 dam-busting bombs from the sea off the coast of Kent. The 4-ton Second World War prototypes had been there for more than 50 years. Sports, and in the first test at Edgbaston, England need 118 runs to win outright. Australia were all out in their second innings for 477. Football, and Scotland beat Belarus 1-0 in their Group 4 World Cup qualifier in Minsk. Skipper Gary McAllister scored from the penalty spot 4 minutes after half-time. Scotland now lead their group by 7 points. Now a look at the weather. Heavy showers will die away in most parts to leave clear skies overnight. Tomorrow, showers may persist in the northwest, but will be scattered elsewhere. The southeast driest with the most sunshine. And the outlook staying warm with sunny periods, showers at times. And that's it from the Channel 4 newsroom. Goodbye.
Good afternoon. A row over the single currency is threatening to overshadow tomorrow's European Union summit in Amsterdam. Finance ministers are holding emergency talks tonight to try to break a deadlock between France and Germany over how to proceed towards monetary union. The Foreign Secretary, Robin Cook, has insisted the government will not sign the Amsterdam Treaty unless it's a good deal for Britain. A row has broken out over remarks by the Prince of Wales that the education system has failed many young people over the last 30 years. In a BBC TV interview to be broadcast tonight, he says his charity, the Prince's Trust, has been left to pick up the pieces. The leader of the NUT, Doug McAvoy, said failures in society were to blame, not teaching methods. The first anniversary of the IRA bombing of Manchester has been marked by a special service in the city's cathedral. Members of the emergency services and civic leaders held a minute's silence and said prayers of thanksgiving that no one died. Candles were also lit for all the businesses which were damaged in the explosion. More than 1,000 veterans of the Falklands War have attended a ceremony in Hampshire to mark the end of the conflict. Lady Thatcher paid tribute to the courage and honour of the servicemen who recaptured the islands following the Argentine invasion. The opening price has been set for shares in the insurance giant Norwich ahead of its flotation on the stock market tomorrow. They'll begin trading at 290p towards the top end of predictions. The share offer to members, who'll receive a 25% discount, has been nearly 4 times oversubscribed. Israel's Supreme Court has rejected a petition demanding that the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu should be indicted for fraud and breach of trust. The move follows a decision by state prosecutors not to charge him over a corruption scandal involving the appointment of an Attorney General in January. Police had been pressing for a trial. Now a look at the weather. Tonight, showers will gradually die out and most places will become dry. Tomorrow it will start off dry and bright, but eastern areas will remain cloudy. And the outlook remaining unsettled with outbreaks of rain. Well, that's all from the Channel 4 newsroom. Have a very good evening.